I'm proposing the nomination of Eddie Murphy to run for election to be the President of the United States, based purely on the fact that Eddie Murphy is an absolute genius that probably most people don't know about, other than the fact that he's a funny guy who produced some sensational movies and made a ton of money. But that doesn't make him a genius. He is a genius. There are a lot of funny guys, and there are a lot of guys that produce good movies besides Eddie Murphy, but they're not geniuses. Steve Martin, very funny guy, produced great movies. Woody Allen, same thing. Okay, as intelligent as they are, they're not in Eddie Murphy's category. Now, I was just watching a hearing with Gary Gensler, the chairman of the CFTC, addressing some senators concerning these frauds, MF Global, and a whole variety of outright frauds. And Gary Gensler made a statement, and he said that there was a blend between speculating and hedging that was very complex. Now, either Gensler is a completely incompetent person, or he's an outright crook protecting these frauds, or is a combination of both. But these senators that were listening to him had an obligation to just say, look, you know what, next step tomorrow, we're just firing this guy. We got to get him out of there. But the fact that all of these white senators are arrogant hypocrites with staffs that have no clue about anything, especially concerning financial regulation. So they're all taking bribes, and they're protecting the crooks, John Corzine, and all these other crooked deals that they were talking about today in the hearing. Okay, so who knows? Who knows? Are they just all complete idiots? Maybe not, but it doesn't matter. In other words, they're down with this whole fraud with Gensler, and they don't even think about firing Gensler. Now, let me point out something to you concerning Gensler's statement, because this is really simple. When a farmer sells his corn or his soybeans or his wheat to an elevator, the elevator agrees to buy that product and immediately sells a futures market to lock in his profit and completely eliminate his risk by the hedge. Okay? Now, and the grain elevators don't do this, okay? They all hedge. If they chose to not hedge and fly by the seat of their pants, or to go long the corn futures or soybean futures or wheat futures, that would just be an outright speculation. Because if the price of corn and wheat drop, they're going to lose, after they pay off the farmer the price that they have contracted, on top of losing on the futures market. Simple as that. Okay? So there is absolutely a clear-cut black and white line between hedging and speculating. And it doesn't matter whether it's corn or treasury bonds or oil or cotton or cocoa or coffee or whatever it might be. Okay? You either hedge or you speculate. Period. That's it. There's nothing complicated about it. All this crap that derivatives are this complicated stuff that nobody can figure out, and they don't know what to do and how to regulate it, is absurd. So nobody's going to call these white, arrogant hypocrites any names like I'm doing, because they're on their pedestal. They are up there looking down at everybody else, okay? Taking advantage of everything under the sun, instead of representing the people who sent them to Congress. And the people who sent them all to Congress are too ignorant and stupid to wake up and say, whoops, these people are taking bribes. They call them campaign contributions, and they're selling us out. The American public is in a complete trance that accepts this nonsensical stuff like bribes being called campaign contributions, and gambling, bank money, gambling, and calling it proprietary trading, and claiming that, well, we don't know exactly if they were hedging or they were actually gambling or speculating. We don't know. We can't figure this out. It's too complicated, you see. So we got to get rid of these white people, and we got to put in a black guy who all black people will elect. Now, here's how it's going to get done. If Eddie Murphy will accept the nomination and campaign for about 4 or 5 weeks so that people can hear what he has to say and understand that he is, without question, the only legitimate, logical course for America's benefit. Once we've established that, then the next thing is to get him on the ballot. And here's how it's got to work. We're not going to go running around getting signatures, okay, with all this baloney that's set up to make sure nobody else can possibly run against Republicans and Democrats that are on the ballot without the signatures. What we're going to do is tell them, listen, either put Eddie Murphy on the ballot in all 50 states, or what we're going to do is just a complete strike. We're going to just stop the music in America for however many days it takes before they say, yep, okay, time out. We're putting Eddie Murphy on the ballot. Okay? That's how that's going to work. And once Obama gets the drift that he has no chance of winning the election because the whole black vote is going to vote for Eddie Murphy, on top of plenty of other people. I've been surveying people just to get an idea. And believe me, there are black people who say they would only vote for Obama and not Eddie Murphy. And there are white people who say they would be happy to vote for Eddie Murphy. Okay? The point is, once the public hears from Eddie Murphy, then they'll know that he's the obvious choice, so that all black people will vote for Eddie Murphy, which will completely eliminate Obama. He can't possibly win an election without the black vote like he had the last time. Okay? So now the question will be, okay, do you want Mitt Romney, a complete liar and a scumbag, or do you want Eddie Murphy? I mean, I don't think that's a no-brainer, you see. So we can put Eddie Murphy in the White House without question. Now it's just a matter of whether black leaders like Tavis Smiley, Jesse Jackson, a variety of others who will say, hey, this guy's right. We're gonna elect Eddie Murphy. I don't care if he's black or white or Latino or whatever. Turns out he's black, okay? But that's not the point. The point is, our country is going completely to crap, and the only way out is to put a genius into the White House so that he can straighten this out and get everybody back to work and generate an economic boom for the whole country. And that'll be a whole nother subject for another time. And thank you for listening.